Well, summer unofficially started now that the Memorial Day weekend is over. Families will go on vacation, go down the ocean, and start hitting one of our Maryland waterways.
But our In Focus team found there is a danger on our waterways that seems to be on the rise in parts of our viewing area. Drinking while out on the water may seem to go together, but it can prove just as dangerous as on our roads. In 2012, Whitney Sibol's will was to complete a challenging goal: compete in the Iron Girl Triathlon.
I'm hoping to inspire young women along the way to do whatever it takes and show young women that being strong is healthy and beautiful.
To be strong, Whitney had to train strong. Running.
I'm about to do about a 20-mile bike ride.
Pedaling. And swimming. The triathlon was scheduled for August, and in June, in the Bird River behind her grandparents' house in Baltimore County, Sibol would take the next step of her training: laps in open water with a spotter boat and distance marked off with buoys.
I was about, I would say 50 yards out maybe, and it was a little bit windy that day, so it was starting to get a little rocky, and I was thinking, I'm almost there, just keep going. And that's all I remember. 5
days later, Whitney Sibol woke up in shock trauma with a fractured vertebrae up near her neck, crushed ribs, pelvis, and arm, parts of which she couldn't feel because a nerve was sliced.
The impact was taken by my ribs and my pelvis. I have hardware in both. And then the propeller cut across my back and my arm.
Whitney was struck by a boat hull and the engine's propeller. Run over by a boater police would later determine was operating his vessel while impaired by alcohol. In court, the boater would fight 3 charges, but ultimately was found guilty of an OUI, operating a vessel under the influence. The case jacket contains part of the evidence the state used, including photos of a near-empty cooler on the boat that day, along with a bag full of empty beer cans. The boater was convicted last July, more than a year after Sibol was hit and 7 months after she was back to full strength. Back from an incident she knows was not on purpose, but will stop short of calling it an accident.
You think, why me? I think I asked that a lot, but I was angry that he made those choices and it wasn't just an accident.
How long have you been on the water?
I've been on 5 years.
5 years?
Yep.
Have you noticed more drunk boaters?
Over the years, yeah. Yes, I have.
Unfortunately, the chances of hearing another story like Sibol's are going up. Department of Natural Resources Officer Lindsay Markert patrols some of Maryland's waterways and is seeing more boaters getting careless with operating their vessel while drinking. It is easier to spot, she says, than you might think.
It's similar to a car. Even though there aren't lanes here, there are clues. For example, if somebody is operating in a manner, you don't have to operate in a straight line, but if there's a channel and you're constantly in and out of it, that's going to be a clue to me that something's wrong.
And according to DNR's own numbers, there is, in fact, something wrong. The In Focus team obtained the amount of boaters cited for operating a vessel under the influence for the last 5 years for all of our counties with major bodies of water. Baltimore County by far leads the pack, from 9 citations or arrests in 2009 to 84 last year.
Every night you're going to find it out here. Somebody's not taking the warning seriously. You hear it all the time. Drinking and boating just goes together. And being out here as long as I've been, I can tell you, it goes together and it creates a problem.
A problem on a stark rise in parts of our area, but one that is more than just numbers on a spreadsheet for Whitney Sibol.
It's with me every day. I think it's changed my life. And I think it's harder when other people, it's just, now I'm not just Whitney, I'm Whitney that got run over by a boat. So it's just, people don't, it's different.
A different life, a different challenge. Back on her feet and competing, Sibol is now an inspiration.
Do whatever it takes.
But still with the same goal, doing whatever it takes to show young women that being strong is healthy and beautiful. Now, Whitney Sibol did end up achieving her goal. Last August, more than a year after suffering those injuries, she was back competing in and completed the Iron Girl Triathlon. And this past holiday weekend, DNR police were back out on the waterways of Baltimore County as well, doing an OUI saturation, and the department says it is planning others like it throughout the summer. But this is hardly just not Baltimore County issue. You can take a look at a closer look at the numbers of OUI citations issued by county and how they stack up going all the way back to 2009. For that part of our story, log on to our website at abc2news.com/infocus.